Hello, Bard Rock Cafe listeners. I'm Baragon Doubletail,
the god of time.
Apparently, our marketing contract extended beyond the end of the universe and is binding even to gods, so I'm here to tell you about our sponsors. Bard Rock Cafe is sponsored by Dragon Master Games, a local game store with an online storefront where you can get your TTRPG products, TCGs, and collectibles. Support the show and help out a small local business by picking up those trading cards you need, some new dice, or a TTRPG sourcebook. You can also support the show and the entire network directly on Patreon or Ko-fi as a Bard Rock Booster. Boosters get an assortment of awards, including access to bonus content, a booster-only section on the network Discord server, booster-exclusive community game nights, and roles on our booster bonus table. That's right, you can finally get in on the wild magic chaos yourself by becoming a booster. Links to all that and more can be found in the show notes. Anyway, I've got important god stuff to do, so I'll let you get on with the show.
Hello, and welcome back to Bard Rock Cafe, Campaign 2, Brave New World. I'm Paul, the Master of Ceremonies, because this game doesn't specifically name a thing for the Game Master, as far as I know, for our second campaign using Spencer Moore's Chasing Adventure. We're about to go around and do introductions, pronouns, and character facts like normal, but before we do, in addition to our aspiring adventurers at Bard Rock Cafe, we have an old friend of the show returning to play an important NPC. Michelle, would you care to remind the audience who you are, tell them a bit about the character you're playing today, and provide pronouns for both yourself and your NPC? Everyone else, you do introductions after Michelle. Sorry.
Hello. Hi, I'm Michelle Rapp. I am so happy to be back playing with all of you. It's always a fun time. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm usually known on the internet right now for snarking from the sidelines on D&D and Magic and other TTRPGs/gaming things. I'm also known for currently being in toddler hell. I have a very active 3-year-old who yesterday decided to yell at me and have a complete meltdown because I would not allow her to wear 4 pairs of underpants.
That's
all at the same time.
And I do not miss those years.
All at the same time.
They just really missed the diaper, that's all.
No, she doesn't. The thing is, I got her new underwear and she got real excited because it's all like pretty, so she wants to wear them all. And I'm like, babe, you're potty training. I don't want you to have to pull down all that fabric.
I get that. The first time I ever got to go to the public library, I was in the 2nd grade. I only know how to read for about 2 months. And I grabbed a bunch of books, and my mom's like, they're not going to let you take that many. And the librarian looked at me like, you can take 10. Like, I can still take 10? That's so many. Same energy, but underpants.
She's a toddler.
Yeah, toddler underpants energy. That's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. But I do really love my child. To be clear, I very much adore my child. She is just a lot. And both my partner and I, our favorite way of like spending time is just sitting and playing Magic the Gathering. or just a video game. So like this is, I'm sure other active people will have no problem with such a person, but unfortunately our daughter was born to giant introvert nerds, and yeah, we're holding on. Anyway, so that's where I am in real life. In this game, I am playing Peregrine Lanius. Is it Lanius or Lanius? Sorry.
I think it's Linnaeus.
Linnaeus?
I basically just stole the scientific name of Shrikes.
Cool.
So, however you pronounce the Latin for that.
Then it would be Linnaeus.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for that. That sounds cool. So I am Peregrine Linnaeus. I am the imposing and somewhat just stern mom of Shrike, and I'm a human, I believe, and I also am quite, I don't know, I've got something going on with regards to having standards and keeping those standards maintained. So we'll just see what happens when my errant child shows up doing God knows what, having done God knows what, God knows where.
God specifically does know, actually.
Good. Well, I mean, no one's been in touch with me. No one's called. No one sent a letter. So even if God knows, I don't know, and I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, and her pronouns are she, her. Also, I have an owl, which I will allow the game master to introduce because we came up with a good one.
We did. I forgot the owl's name. I'm looking at our DMs up who's doing introductions.
Oh, sorry. It's Saberbeak.
Saberbeak, thank you.
Great name.
Gotta get good, Paul.
I have for this session 7 pages of notes in Microsoft Word, not including the space I'm taking up in placeholders for you guys. Okay.
Alrighty, if that is all, I suppose I shall kick us off. Hello everybody, it's Alana. I'm playing Shrike. Our pronouns are she, her, and our fun fact for this week is that when Shrike was kind of in college, or whatever the equivalent is in this world, whenever she wanted to study and just get away, she would go to a little book cafe in a kind of a not so nice part of the city, just because she knew she wouldn't be found there by her mother or her mother's guards. And she would just go hide away, and it was real cozy, and she just loves it there.
Do you wish to provide the name of the cafe? Because I am going to, the second we start, provide the name of the most common cafe in the city. I have a coffee shop and a bar. So if it's not the name of those two things, I don't want the audience to think you're retroactively going, oh no, this is another thing.
Shrike will provide that once Shrike remembers.
That's perfectly fine. I just want to stick it in there like, I wrote it as if like, oh no, it's this one thing. It's this one thing minus this one indie shop. That's me now. Okay.
I think the most prominent things that you would have would be on like the main drag, and this is definitely like a hole in the wall off the main tourist areas.
I was about to say
it didn't have like a sign with its name on it. It was just like a picture of like a cow, and you're just like, all right,
just the others.
I don't know.
No.
It's called the Utters.
I'll come up with something and I'll let
The
you know.
Utters.
It's called Utterly
I think
Unbelievable.
I think we're coming up with this name.
This sounds like a vegan cafe from Berkeley.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all coming together.
Theirs can be. Shrike would definitely not be caught dead in a vegan cafe. If you've heard how much bacon she steals.
Well, maybe it's like one of those like Portlandia-style cafes where they have basically dossiers on all the cows that they source their milk from.
The file.
You know what? I'm gonna steal something.
Margaret, here you go.
She's a really
I'm
nice
gonna steal
jersey.
something.
Margaret's the cow.
It's gonna be called Bookseller.
Bookseller. I like it. It's nice and simple. And lines up with the names of all the other things I named in this world. For this
The book
city.
basement.
Alright, Kadisha, you're up.
Yes, I'm up. Good tidings, fair listeners. This is Khadija, and I will be playing again for you Krahani Crescenda, the bard and poet who has found herself on this wild journey. Both of our pronouns are she, they. This episode's fun fact that I came up with today is that Kahani got her pipe leaf smoking habit in her adult years. You know, when she had to hobnob with all these wealthy, loftier members of society. Kahani uses smoking as an excuse to relax while at one of those big soirees she just had to perform at. She finds that it's an easy way for her to find a quiet moment outside on the balcony if she needs one. But on the other hand, she's also made some really good friends over a bowl of pipe leaf.
Not the least of which is a bear.
Do they grind the leaf, or is it a full leaf?
So it's ground
Smoke.
for the bowl and full for the joint.
That's right.
Tyler was testing me.
I was wondering to see if it was a little zany. They're just smoking a full, like, maple leaf.
The plant's still in the ground.
Yeah.
Right, we light the plant while it's still growing.
I think if you light it while it's still attached to the ground, that's considered arson.
Yeah, semantics.
Alright,
Yeah.
Michelle and I already went, so Tyler, you're up.
Alright, hello everybody. It's me again, the fun, zany person playing Arkansas McGraw. We're both
Cute,
he,
cute.
him. Cute. Shh. And my fun fact of the day, since we're doing this owl theme, is Arkansas used to have a pet owl slot. And half owl, half ocelot. Thank you, Urza, for that. The ocelot's name was Hooter, and he spent every day playing with his Hooter, and then it ran away.
Oh.
Alright, I don't have a notebook to write down missing
Missing ocelot.
Missing Hooter.
He's missing his Hooter.
Yeah, just quest for Hooter, question mark.
Made it into
That
the
sounds like the perfect thing for a one-shot where we're all drunk as hell.
game. I'm game. I promise I won't be as annoying as I was last time.
Hi everyone, I am Ursa, and I am playing Ursula. Both of our pronouns are she, her. And for Ursula's fun factoid for this week, I don't know if I'd say it's fun, but Ursula was actually, she actually grew up in Owl City. She was orphaned at about 10 years old. She doesn't really know what happened, because she doesn't really have any memories from before she entered Owl City. She just kind of grew up there and spent most of her time reading books, and that's why she's so comfortable kind of just parking her butt at a table and with a stack of books and just kind of reading. She's kind of at peace in the stacks. So coming home is something she's been looking forward to for a little while.
Yeah, until she realized the moon is full because you rolled an 8 on your D8.
Yes, until she realized that the moon is full and she's gonna have something to deal with, for sure.
Yeah,
So much for the backstory.
Let me speak for the both of us, Ursa.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sounds like maybe Shrike and Ursula may have seen each other in passing at the bookseller.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Having a
at the time,
cup of
neither one of you
Margaret.
was really old enough to drink a tequila Mockingbird, so nothing that
Oh.
stops people.
Correct.
I now want a string of book title pun
I love you,
bars.
Paul.
Well, there's the one, and they have other book title pun drinks, which is going to be part of the thing I pre-wrote, so I'm going to read it anyway.
Yeah, but they're fake. I want to go to one.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys requested the campaign. My
No.
apologies for misunderstanding.
Patreon content, Paul.
Yeah,
You come
minimi-
up with an entire recipe book for the drinks, and they're all puns on titles.
We already have a cookbook in the works for a different show. We can just put them in there.
He had it
There
up
you
and
go.
then he minimized it. Oh, you didn't want to hear it? Okay.
Last time, the party had some downtime on the privateer ship transporting them to the Fleetwood, the Celia. Kahani learned more about Celia, the dryad who is the dryad of the ship, the Celia, only somewhat confusing. She is the ship, complicated, and began a poem about her. While Shrike had Celia craft her a magical carnation dagger that warned of unknown danger. Ursula acquired the Cookbook of Vile Recipes, with the quest to take it safely to the quill for safekeeping and deliver directly to Peregrine. Finally, Arkansas tried, but failed, to prank everyone except Father Antonio, who he basically farted into the air vent for. And after a few rocky, but ultimately uneventful days at sea, you finally arrive at the port of Owl City, which is where we're going to resume our tale. Even though it is broad daylight and first thing in the morning, the moon is full, you disembark in Celia and step foot into Owl City. One of you is a bear.
Which one? Which one of us is a bear, Paul?
You know, it's actually weird. It's Sprit. Sprit has, in solidarity with you, used his limited shapeshifting ability to turn into a tiny little fire bear and just march beside you.
Okay.
Oh, I
that's
wanted
fine.
to
He
be
can still speak
floating.
common. Oh, he can float. Yeah. I think he hears like Sprit hears this suggestion. Like, yeah, I can float. I'm just disguised as a bear. He's like, so now you have like a little fire like angel on your shoulder bear thing going on. So for some of you this is the first time, and for others, the first time in quite some time. But nowhere near the first time. Anyone who has heard of Owl City knows it's an entire library that sprawls across the entire city. Seeing it in person, that description alone simply does not do it justice. It is a walled metropolis surrounding a section of forest around a massive redwood tree, which the original library, the Tower of Knowledge, was built. Over the centuries, the library acquired more and more books, such that as much space in the city itself has been converted into bookshelves as possible. The exterior walls to every building, the interior walls of every public building, the front of every city step, the interior of the city's outer walls, and the reverse side of all city signage has been converted into bookshelves. There is an entire well-guarded 3-story building just for the card catalog, known as the Font of Knowledge, that surrounds the Tree of Knowledge, which also serves as the headquarters for the city's underguard, the Quill. There is one prominent local tavern, known as many local locations throughout the city, the Tequila Mockingbird. They are known for their drinks with literary-themed names and suggesting food and drink alike that pair with whatever book you have to read. They also own the local coffee shop chain, the Great Gatsby. Same exact premise, but a coffee shop instead of a tavern.
I feel like you missed an opportunity to have it be a juice bar and call it the Grape Gatsby.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was focused on just doing a coffee shop and a tavern. Didn't occur to me. Good idea, though.
Actually, it's a
they're
cat
thinking of
rescue
branching out.
shelter called the Great Catsby.
Yes.
I think they're actually really uncreative. The juice bar is just the grapes of wrath.
Fair.
They're like, we ran out of puns, okay, guys? They all can't be winners. But that's just what those unfamiliar with the city would notice at a cursory glance. Shrike, this is where you grew up, and in addition to this being the holy city of Ursa's god, via the Great Owl of Knowledge, Ursa basically also grew up here, give or take a few years. You two are much more intimately familiar with the city. First Shrike, and then Ursula, tell us the things about the city you know of as a local. And even though we haven't really met Peregrine and character yet, Michelle, if you have any fun world building you want to do for the city, feel free to jump in after they do.
Okay.
I think Shrike would have definitely explored a lot of the city, trying to get into as many places that she wasn't supposed to go. So she's definitely seen a lot of the kind of side alleyways and the smaller local shops of Owl City, and the sort of secondhand stores were the books that nobody really wanted to discover, or the unwanteds, basically. She would spend time with them, and she made a whole bunch of friends, irregulars, if you might want to call them that, all around the city. So she has quite the little network of info on the goings-on.
You said the irregular cohorts.
Yes.
Pun for the 3 other Magic the Gathering players on the channel.
No.
Ursula, I have any local lore tidbits for you? It is okay to just say no. I think Paul did a great job in his world building. And you can skip.
I mean, you can cut out that entire bit, and if you want.
I think no. Paul did a wonderful job world building. This is me saying this entirely of my own accord. No. The only thing I wanted to add is since Ursula spent most of her time in the book stacks, the only thing she really would have noticed is, and Paul, this is actually something that you would need to kind of I think. If there were any like sections of the library that kind of had like, I don't want to say like secret tunnels, but almost like hidden little nooks of books throughout the city, like Ursula has gone through pretty much most of the stacks that she could while she was there. She couldn't get through all of them because there's so many and constantly new ones popping up. But if there were any of those sort of like hidden little nooks and crannies where like there's just a bunch of books in here for some reason, she would have definitely found those and kind of not hoarded them, but definitely spent a lot of extra time focusing in on those.
I think it's like a needle in a needle stack situation. Like the reason you have books you can't find is because they're buried in millions upon millions of other books. So like I think probably like an old, like very seldom visited part of the city, right? Like canonically, all these major cities do have on the outskirts a garbage dump. So maybe you go to the part no one wants to go to because it smells, and you found the books no one reads there, for example.
Also, when it's the full moon, I mean, sometimes you just wake up and you're around a bunch of trash.
Oh, that's true. That's a great reason to find books nobody else is finding.
Yep. Sometimes you're a large bear and you just find yourself eating trash for some reason.
Happens to the best of us.
And then Michelle, I realize you may not have had as much time to think about this as the others. Is there anything you'd like to add as like a little bit of personal lore to this city?
I think that there's definitely a bad part of town, but that there's also like a kind of really nice part of town, which is where I think Andromeda Heights Academy, which is where Shrike went to school, was. I think that it's a very elite school, but I also think that there's this part of town is also very buttoned up. And it's buttoned up because the people who tend to live there are very much aware of what others are doing. In that kind of HOA sort of a way. It's like, and I do think that Peregrine has risen to a very high level within this community because she is so vigilant and because she really upholds those standards, which is, I think, one of the reasons why she ended up becoming leader of the Quill, because she is very rigid. She is like lawful good, just like, this is how it is done. And I will do it this way. I mean, there are definitely a few like tactics that she'll use that are a little sneaky in order to discover what's what. But she takes her duties extremely seriously. And I think that at Andromeda Heights, there is a like bust of her and also a large portrait in the hall of former headmasters and headmistresses.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll also add, because I realized I have to put my lore anyway, there is a single local legend about the city, about a spirit of the tree. Something that seems to just, sometimes just at random, there'll just be an arm that seems to extend from the Tower of Knowledge and just grab something like it dropped, or like something it found. And people look and like they leave a sandwich unattended, and the sandwich is now just gone. They just see an arm extending back to the tree. Very few people know the truth about the spirit of the tree, of which only the elites of the Quill know. It is a monk that is 1,000 years old that lives in the top of the tree. Specifically, Peregrine would know this as Peregrine's probably one of the only people that regularly socializes this person. Saros Stalin.
Stellan.
Stalin.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I'm not Stalin. Stellan, like the stars.
Stellan.
HOA, Stalin, what's next?
Yeah. This place is terrible.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the guy. I was thinking about the concept of a plane not being able to fly correctly. Anyway.
I thought you meant stolen like the German cake for a second. Because you mentioned food.
Yeah, but only a handful of people have seen Saros' face and know who Saros is, and among them are Peregrine. Possibly, Shrike, I will let Alana, who has originated both characters, decide that for herself.
Shrike's definitely hung out with the spirit of the tree.
Okay. While you may be tempted to get lost exploring the wondrous city, you cannot forget the objectives you came here to complete. Those are as follows. 1. Safely deliver the cookbook of vile recipes to the Quill, located in the Font of Knowledge, and specifically deliver the book to Shrike's mother, Peregrine, who is not yet expecting the book, but is the best person to deliver it to. Brief Peregrine on the existence of the Dream Police, their attempted coup, and their nefarious plans for the ley lines. Ask Peregrine to arrange an audience with Juniper Stillwater, the Duchess of the Fleetwood and leader of the Elves. And while at the font, because you're now realizing as you're reading the objectives, you gotta go to the one place, you have a lot of stuff to do there. Locate information on a legendary sword called the Wormslayer that may help you slay some dragons. If there's any written record of the sword's last known location, it will be within the walls of Owl City. Those are your objectives. And as you were realizing, we just need to go to the font. Okay. A large person in dental scrubs approaches you and says, Arkansas McGraw and Kahani Crescenda, your new employee materials are ready. If you need anything while you're here in Owl City, please feel free to stop in Mrs. Green's dental offices for assistance. And he holds out one very large parcel for you both, with a letter from Jennifer Green herself, explaining what each item is.
Honey takes the package. Let's see what we've got here then. And come on here, I'm supposed to be your supervisor. I just remembered that, Arkansas. Let me take a look.
It's not my birthday. What we get?
Oh, we're getting paperwork, darling. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, so in addition to all your HR forms, which you didn't complete while you were at the office signing your contract, the letter reads, Arkansas and Kahani, I hope this letter finds you well. My apologies for... I'm sorry, let me do this in her character voice. Arkansas and Kahani, I hope this letter finds you well. My apologies for not getting these new employee materials to you sooner. That was Dot's mistake, and they will be reprimanded accordingly. Dearies, inside of this package you will find your insurance cards for health, vision, and dental, as well as 2 referral vouchers, each for free dental services at our offices you can give to new clients. Good for 1 visit each. Kahani, since you did not care for my last gift, and I thought that maybe you'd appreciate if I took a different approach. Inside you will find a magical composition book that will allow you to stay in touch with me on your terms. If you write messages directed at me in the pages, I will be able to respond in writing within the book. Likewise, I can send you written messages via the pages. Rest assured, I cannot see or hear anything you do not print upon the pages of the book. You can also will the pages to become blank, and summon anything you've ever written in the book to appear in it at will. If you put this book beside any other work printed on papers such as books, scrolls, or posters, it can make a magical copy of those materials within its pages. And finally, it can translate any writing into a language you know. Short version condition, you have Mortimer, but he's not a...
That's really
not
powerful. What was this called again? Sorry?
It's just a magical comic book. You can call it what you want.
I have to say, this
I tried
is
to think of a
rather
clever
helpful.
name. I wasn't feeling clever.
Sorry?
I said I tried to come up with a clever name. Wasn't feeling clever at the time.
No
Sorry.
worries. Isn't this fascinating? This could be useful. I guess I appreciate it a lot more than a doll that spies on me. I'm keeping it. She puts it in her bag.
Arkansas.
That doll was super creepy, I tell you what. Cute.
I'm so glad I got rid of it.
Arkansas. These crushed velvet gloves are called velvet revolvers. If you do finger guns with them, and make any sound resembling a gunshot, such as bang or pew pew, it will magically conjure and fire a bullet. If you cock your hands like a shotgun and literally say the phrase, shh, shh, it will fire a bigger, stronger bullet. I had to leave that in for Steph. So, Tyler, the bullets are magical, long distance, and piercing. When you roll to let fly with them, with dexterity, you'll do a +1 on top of that. The shotgun version does 2 conditions instead of 1, and it's shorter distance.
Well, cute, look at these nifty little things. And is he like
Just firing it's Yosemite salmon all over the city, and immediately 4 people dressed as birds look at you real funny.
I'm just like a desperado now. Desperado deputy.
Would you settle down?
Right,
Oh,
I think Ursula and Shrike both like simultaneously turn and just like knock it off.
But the Ursula's, it's just a
It's a
bear
giant
roar.
bear, so it's just like "Roar." but Arkansas can understand because Arkansas can speak with animals now.
That's true. Arkansas can canonically understand you. So now you guys can play telephone.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Which will definitely not get us into trouble ever.
No, never. We'll be fine.
No. So
Oh, sorry. Did I get carried away again? Shoo.
One of the Quill come up to you and like, can you stop shooting your fingers at the Shrike?
Yes.
Shrike, you see, this is actually a childhood friend of yours. His name is Lark. He's a big, barrel-chested young man. Way too many freckles on his face, hair in a bowl cut. He actually lowers his hood to get a better look at you, which is procedurally a no-no. When you're on duty as a Quill, you're supposed to keep your hood up. And for all those of you who do not know, the Quill, their garb is, they dress in bird-like outfits resembling the bird upon which they bear their name. So Lark's hood resembles that of a lark. Shrike, it's been so long, what have you been up to? Have you read anything good lately? What brings you back in town? He's going like a mile a minute. I slowed it down for you guys in the audience, but he was talking like 3 times faster than I just was. He's very excited to see his friend. He like thinks about giving you a hug, and then he remembers that you maybe not want to be hugged in front of other people, so he like stands there stiffly.
Shrike's gonna hold up a finger just in front of his face until he shuts up of its own accord.
Yeah. Okay, he definitely does.
can we keep this quiet? I have business with my fellows, but I don't want everyone to know.
Oh, of course, Shrike. Your secret's safe with me, but where exactly are you headed for? I would say you intrinsically know, because you've known this person since you were in diapers. There's anybody you can trust with the truth, it is Lark. He is a golden retriever of a Birdman.
Yes, but golden retrievers aren't exactly known for keeping secrets.
No, but being trustworthy. He's trustworthy. If he makes a promise, he'll keep it. No, but like the concept of golden retriever personality is just, I am a good, loyal boy, right?
Paul. We're good.
Okay, now you have to understand, sometimes when I clarify this, I'm also doing a show for the audience, right? I understand this is also my de facto personality, but my de facto personality is very demonstrative. Anyway, yes, you know...
We're okay.
Yeah. Either way, you know you can trust him with the details, and he is certainly not going to be someone who betrays you, and that isn't me being ironic or sarcastic to, like, lampshade he's going to betray you later. He's just your, like, childhood best friend. You can trust him with your life.
I got it.
Okay, now I'm overdoing it.
Where were we?
He asked what you're doing in town.
Yes. And where we have to go for the stuff, right? Unfortunately, we have to see her. I'm not looking forward to it. It wasn't exactly the best parting last time I was here.
Who's her, Sheriff? Keeping a secret?
You already know. You were there when we got our orders.
Oh. Are you sure?
I don't know.
You're speaking ambiguous terms right now.
My friend knows who I reference.
Oh.
I'm speaking to my friend. Why with the interrupting?
Well, I'm sorry I butt in. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just curious is all.
Ursula just holds up her paw. It's just like, just let it go.
Well,
Just let it go, Arkansas.
as this happens, I was about to go log into. I have desk duty today at the font, so I'm headed there anyway. And if I'm with you guys, then presumably no one else will give you a hard time about your friend firing finger lasers into the sky.
That will be handled. But I appreciate the escort.
I know you can handle him. Yeah, I know you can handle him. That was... Anyway. I
appreciate your company. And Shrike will pull her hood down farther.
He goes, oh, right. He puts his hood back up before anyone gets into trouble. And so, as you all walk towards the Font of Knowledge, Shrike, since this is your hometown, roll 1d100 to see what wild magic chaos is occurring within the walls of Owl City.
50.
50. As you're walking, it seems to switch between day, night, dawn, and dusk at random every few minutes within the city limits.
Well, that explains the bear.
Yep. Yeah, everyone seems like... Also, because of this, Ursula, it is shifting from full moon to broad daylight with no moon every few minutes. You just keep shifting, unshifting, shifting, unshifting. Everyone seems unbothered by this. This has been happening for a few days now.
I'm just like in the middle of talking, like, oh, okay, like over there is a place where, you know, I found like my first favorite like book of fiction was actually over in that, but like I'm switching back and forth, so it's like over there is where it's my first book of
Oh, I
and
see.
Arkansas has to try. Yeah, Arkansas has to keep repeating for everyone else the parts you say as a bear. But then he really keeps forgetting he's supposed to do that.
Wait, you couldn't understand it?
I like to think Shrike is also pointing out the same locations that Ursula is pointing at. Be like, you know, I really like this part, but this corner wasn't so great, and just like having the conversation, ignoring the switching.
Alright, so you get to the Font of Knowledge. Sorry, Tyler?
I'm just sorry. I was just thinking like just something stupid, and it's like Shrike just keeps pointing at her favorite places, and over there, cute, and like just say something.
Oh my god!
At one point, with all of that, if you actually do that, at one point, Shrike's just gonna like gib slap you on the back of the head and take your gloves. You can have these big when you learn how to control them.
Yes, no, those are my velvet gloves.
And every time
my pew shooters.
Mark like flashes his badge, like official quill business. It's okay. Escorting a considers the word prisoner. Changes his mind. A person of interest.
Honored guest.
Honored guest.
Oh,
yes.
God.
I think Shrike elbows me. Honored guest.
Uh-huh.
So the Font of Knowledge, known simply as the Font to locals, is a 3-story reinforced building surrounding the Tower of Knowledge and the Great Tree. At the entrance is the station where you're supposed to check in your library card. Lark's like, I got duty in a few minutes. I puts up a sign that says be back in 15. And he starts walking you all through. And he's making your way there, and you see wall-to-wall rows of card catalogs. This is the only public building that's not lined with books, because they needed all the space for the card catalogs. Just rows and rows, including card catalogs mounted on people's workstations while they're trying to do like their guard police reporting stuff. There's just card catalog stuff where they should have file organizers, which is really inconvenient for them, but they have to make do because they work in the card catalog. You hear people talking about all kinds of things, active investigations, though they're only catching bits and pieces of it. Whatever folks are reading at the moment. And in one notable case, there's 2 Quill very loudly discussing, in a frenzy, an article they're reading in a local newspaper. Not this guy again. I cannot stand him, says one guard, gesturing to the other of the newspaper. This Hawk guy has no respect for our culture. Not one of us. Never studied or trained among us that any of us know of. And that doesn't stop him dressing like one of us in the ring and making a mockery of our people. It is downright disrespectful, and the Federation ought to ban him. A quick gesture at the newspaper shows a man in similar garb to the Quill, who's on a winning streak in the arena pits of New Orleans. The outfit is, a cursory glance, looks fine, but there's something off. Anyone who wants to can roll examine and look at that paper. I will give Shrike a bonus die / inspiration because she would intrinsically know this looking at the picture. And probably has also heard of Hawk.
I'll try. Or Kahani will try.
What's the modifier?
For examine, it would be wisdom.
Okay. 8.
Shrike got 12.
Alright. So the 12, Shrike definitely knows. With 8, Ursula probably also picks it up. His name... Oh, sorry. Kahani, what did you get?
I got a 7.
7, you'll also get this. So based on what you've seen of the Quill, you make up immediately what's wrong. This guy's name is Hawk, but his hood is that of a bald eagle. And all the rest of the eagle outfit is like the wrong plumage. It's like he vaguely described to a tailor how to make an eagle outfit badly. And if the tailor did anything correctly, he said, no, that's not right, and made them uncorrected.
Okay.
It's very much like someone did a bad cosplay of an eagle and didn't understand his name needed to be Eagle.
I don't know why I'm just picturing the Ultimate Warrior right now.
You're not wrong, actually. That's a different fighter. It's the Penultimate Fighter is the name of that analog in the Federation, but also, in addition to the wrong plumage and stuff, the eagle's face is wrong. Instead of having like the eyes of a bird, it has like that cartoonish, almost humanization of the bald eagle that we have in a lot of American patriotic memorabilia. So it's like cartoonish eagle hood, but in a way he thinks is intimidating. Definitely a lot of artistic license that the Quill would never accept in their culture. It is basically the equivalent of someone wearing a Spirit of Halloween sombrero and poncho as an offensive costume for Halloween. And of course, he just qualified for the Golden Gauntlet in a few weeks' time. If he wins, he gets a chance to take the title from the Pebble. It would be a disgrace to our people.
Title.
Lark kind of looks like.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Connie wanted to ask a
No,
question.
I-
She's clueless, so she's like,
no, please, please go. I thought I read the room as everyone was ready to move on.
it's all good.
Go for it.
It's all good. So Kahani's like gonna look at Shrike and Ursula and go, I'm so sorry. This is my first time here in this fabulous place. I just want to know what series? What on earth are they talking about?
Can Lark take that one? And just to above board, I just gotta disappear for a little bit. I gotta take care of my cats. They're not feeling well, so I just gotta help you right back.
No, fine. So Lark's like, he looks at you like, he looks at you, turns his head, looks at a stack of books, pulls one out, looks at the picture on the back. You're Kahani Crescenda.
The one and only.
I'm gonna get your autograph later, but I'm first gonna answer your question. So the Federation is the famous Federation for Unconventional Combat in New Orleans, otherwise known as the Fuck. They are a. Some people call them the FUC, but then people realized it made a phonetic noise, and they stopped saying the letters individually. But yeah, no, they're the big professional fighting gladiatorial arena, and pretty much all the other fighting, fight clubs, pit fights, etc. throughout the 5 kingdoms are basically minor leagues for them, qualifiers for them. Basically, above board, when Roland Armbar founded New Orleans 1,000 years ago, he built a gladiatorial arena to have warriors fight for honor and glory as a celebration of the tradition of gladiatorial combat he grew up in. And so basically this arena turned into the Fuck.
So Lark is telling Kahani all of this. Oh gosh, I hope we have time to see a fight while we're here. That would be so exciting.
No, that's in New Orleans.
Oh,
No,
sorry,
there's
while
a
we're
fight
in New
club here.
Orleans.
Yes. When you're in New Orleans, that's where the big fights are. There is a fight club here in town. They are called the Pen and Sword. So if you want to see a fight, you can. It's the minor leagues. I think it's actually kind of a big deal. I'm a fan, so I try and see them every night. The title card tonight is this guy. He's called Judas the Blender Priest. He was a big deal, but he's kind of like washed out right now, so he's kind of slumming it in our town's fight club a little bit. But yeah, he was this guy called the Twister. But Hawk actually defeated him 6 months ago and took his mask in his pride. And he's just been like a shamble himself ever since. He's trying to do a comeback tour, but it's not going well.
Seems like a lot of interesting drama, if you ask me. We'll have to talk about it later.
Oh, absolutely. That's the Fuck is all about the drama. It's much more like the combat is like the entertaining part, but it's really the soap opera of it all that really draws people in.
Ah, a real performance. Lovely.
Exactly.
Paul, can I ponder what I know about the Twister?
You sure can. That pondering is plus intelligence.
Yes. I did look that up before I asked.
Okay.
So that's going to put me at an 8.
Okay, so the Twister, so he is a half-devil. He was raised away from the rest of the half-devils. Most of their communities in New Orleans. He was adopted and raised by another family out in what's it called? I can't remember the name of the rock. I'm just going to change it. Out in Mortimer's Landing. So he was raised by a human family, and legend has it he came into this magic luchador-style wrestling mask, and he proved himself worthy, and it granted him special powers, which is what he used to kind of like develop his fighting skill. And when the audience believes when he lost his mask and took on his shame, he lost the blessing of the mask, and that's why he's struggling to fight now. That's kind of like the lore of the wrestler. He was ridiculously popular until he lost that match against Hawk 6 months ago.
This doesn't feel like it would fit my character, but it'll also be super, super funny. Can we say that Ursula was actually a really big fan of the Twister?
Oh, for sure.
She spent most of her time just reading books, but one time she kind of just like stumbled into one of these events. She saw this event this fight happening, and she heard about the tragic backstory and all of this, and she was just like, oh my god, like, this is awesome. I love the Twister. And she's got, like, we will say that she has, in her hood, no one has seen it yet, but in her hood, the one that kind of, like, pops up, she's got, like, in one of the pockets, she's got, like, one of those collectible cards of the Twister. And it's just, yeah.
His resto persona is, like, kind of, like, glorified like a superhero, so he definitely, because of how popular he was, has a limited run comic book series that you probably had access to at some point in Owl City.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so she definitely at one point was, like, super big. She even, like, went with full face paint once to a match. She went, like, all out, right? Which is not something you would really quite expect from her, because she's kind of this more timid book reader, but it's one thing. So she's hearing all this talk about the Twister and the losing of the mask, and she's been kind of out of it for a while because she's been busy with stuff going off in the Heartland. So she's kind of like, she hears this and she kind of, like, her heart breaks a little bit because she's like, wait, oh no, the Twister, I love the Twister, what happened to him?
Tell you what, if after my shift, I would love to, like, you all can join me at the Pen and Sword if you want. I can take you to the Twister's match. I'm sorry, he's the blender now.
The blender?
Yeah, at this point, as you're walking away discussing this, you are outside of these big, reinforced wooden doors. And there's a sign that just says, Peregrine, and then, I'm trying to think what the, what, is that like an official title for the leader of the Quill, or is it just, like chief, or?
You want to take that one? Michelle, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. I'm like,
oh no,
because the Parliament of it's a Parliament of Owls, and so I'm like, what's the head of a Parliament? A Prime Minister? But then that that might mean that I do, like, bureaucratic stuff, which I don't think I quite do.
Well, if you take away the minister part, it could just be the
Prime Speaker.
Well,
Prime Speaker.
Well, do I speak? I thought I'm more of an enforcer. So I guess, like, the first Talon.
Oh, you guys are also librarians. You're the head librarian.
I could be the head librarian. What about, like, if we're gonna go with birds? I mean, like, the first Talon, and then they could be, like, second Talon.
Okay.
Like, that could be an easy kind of way of going about it, because birds have 4 talons, I believe. Most birds do. So
okay.
You could create, like, a whole little hierarchy from there. That could be fun. But just a thought.
Okay. Michelle, I will leave it to you because it's your title. Would you rather be the first Talon or the head librarian?
I think the first Talon, because it's a little more, I think, in her character.
Okay. All right. So it says first Talon, Peregrine. I do not remember the Linnaeus. And Lark looks at you all like, okay. He reaches out and.
I have been working on a plan to connect the entire Earth Kingdom using Kuvira's old train system.
The Earth Kingdom is out of balance, and Sabi, Hanako, and Chong are here to do their part. But the far reaches of the Earth Kingdom are in no less peril than the city they left behind.
That's Town Hall, where all those really angry-looking people are.
Their journey will uncover corruption.
I know that you're not protecting her brother, that she knows that the money stopped.
Secrets.
Apparently, this weird cult moved into one of the buildings on the outskirts of town.
And ghosts from the past, both welcome.
Chong sees them, and without thinking, just starts rushing towards them, yelling like, "Guys, hey, hey!"
And unwanted.
Hikaru?
The story continues in Moment of Balance, Book 3, Ash. Available on the Bard Rock Network, July 20th, 2026.
Ursula! I'm chuffed you made it to my poetry reading.
Of course, Kahani. I'm always happy to support a friend.
I reserved a seat for you in the front row. Why don't you grab some gourmet popcorn before the show starts?
Oh, wow, there's so many options here. There are savory flavors, sweet flavors, and even spicy ones. Where did you get all this?
The concession stand is stocked by Lisa's Popcorn, a delightful independent popcorn company and one of the patrons of my work. You can even order bags from their website, linked in our show notes, to support not just them, but myself as well.
Oh, right. I think you mentioned that before. And I can use code BardRockCafe at checkout to save on my order if memory serves.
That's right, code BardRockCafe. Anyway, darling, I need to go perform. See you in a bit.
And then Ursula plops down with a comically large tub of popcorn.
The golden kernel, what a disguise. Add some heat, what a surprise. With a pop and a crack, a crunchy, fine snack.
I definitely have a secretary, right? I have admin.
I mean, so does that. Yeah, okay, so, okay, fine, there's a secretary now. Michelle, roll me a D100 to help me pick the name of your secretary. Unless you have one picked already.
Alright,
Give me a gender presentation, because I have 100 names for male and female, and then I tried making gender neutral ones, but I didn't have enough to fill a D100 table.
I got a 61.
Okay. Do you think this is a he, him, or a she, her? Because I don't have enough gender.
It's he, him.
Okay. 61. Okay, so Douglas Graves, otherwise known as Doug, says, Lark, what business do you have with the first Talon? And Lark looks at Doug, looks at Shrike. Doug looks at Shrike. Oh. He pulls out a walkie-talkie, pushes a little buzzer. First Talon Peregrine, your Officer Shrike is here.
Officer who?
Your daughter, ma'am.
They may enter.
Alright, they stand up. They this person's on the a smaller side. There's a reason they're not a field officer. They have to really tug to pull these big wooden doors open. Very heavy, very demonstrative wooden doors.
Look, they're very good at admin. This is why they were hired. They are not hired.
Yes.
This is not their primary function.
That's why the thing they guard is the doors.
And my schedule.
Yes, and your schedule. They have they have a calendar. It's got 1,000 sticky notes on it hanging behind their desk.
Oh, absolutely.
So Michelle, go ahead and describe Peregrine's office as everybody enters.
So there's an antechamber, which is where Douglas's office is, and then there's another door that leads into her actual office. It's a big rosewood door. The doors are already open, and it's an incredibly imposing space because it's got 16 to 20 foot high ceilings. A really, really big window behind her that's sort of like an arch. Her desk is this massive thing that looks, it's a little bit like the presidential desk in the Oval Office, but a little bit more imposing. It's made of a very dark wood. There's kind of a relief of an owl and a tree sort of carved into the wood grain in the front. The desk is meticulously organized. There is several files, file entries. You know what I'm saying? The little slots where you can put in this comes in, this comes out. There's a planner out as well. There's at least 5 different quills available with inks attached. And yeah, she's so yes, we have this. The vibe is very much imposing, city leader, but also a librarian. The walls are covered in bookshelves. There's really nice ladders on wheels that you can have. The giant curtains hanging behind her are a dark forest green, and the general color scheme of this office is dark green, dark wood, hints of gold and brass. And behind the desk, you see Peregrine Linnaeus. Sitting down, she's already imposing because she's 6'2", and she's incredibly slim, kind of aquiline features, very thin, sharp face. Hair is in braids and like a respectable bun behind her. And she's wearing her uniform, which is, of course, the hood and the forest green sort of more camouflaged outfit. But everything is just crisp. She has cuffs with like little feather golden cufflinks on them. And even though you can see that she's been writing for a while, there's not a drop of ink on her hands. And so when all of you come in, she's like writing. She's just writing something. And I guess I'm not going to look up until you all come in. and stand around my desk, which is pretty it's supposed to be a power move.
Yeah, and you hear from the distance in the back corner where they're like perched. You hear like the world's like most shrill. What do you want? Actually, only Arkansas hears that. Everyone else hears whoo. As Saberbeak whoos to welcome you. Everyone else gets the impression it's welcoming except Arkansas, who gets the most obnoxious Brooklyn accent. Like, I'm walking here.
Well, that's one really rude owl, I tell you what. Phew.
Well, politeness is for the polite, I hear. And so I put my quill back into this giant silver inkwell, 1 of 5, on my desk. I put sand on the paper to dry it off, like blow it off, and then like basically make to seal it. And then once I'm done like folding this letter, then I look up at everyone and I look at my child and say, Shrike, I see you have returned. Who are these, are they friends? Do you owe them money?
As she says this, Ursula is sitting down and she's doing the dog scratch behind the ear.
I will say that you're
with her
indoors.
rear leg.
You are indoors if you want to revert by either eating food or because you're not in direct moonlight.
There are 2 chairs. There are like 2 chairs, but it's like lower, so you have to sit with like your legs kind of scrunched up a little bit. It's supposed to be a psychological thing.
And they are not the kind of chairs with cushions. They are the hardest.
No, they are the hardest. They look real nice, but they are not comfy.
They rebound back.
Yeah, no, actually, they have the opposite of lumbar support. They make you sit with such correct posture it physically pains.
Oh
you.
yes, these were.
Yeah.
I brought these chairs from the academy.
They were the ones that people used in detention. Hello, mother.
Hello.
I would say it was good to see you again, but we both know that it would be a lie.
Yes, and we both know what I do to liars. Saberbeak, come. Hold up the letter.
Yeah. Hey, it's Shrike. I missed you.
Saber.
You still haven't gotten rid of that flying rat?
Saberbeak, take this to Douglas in the front. And I look at you and I say, now, you know as well as I do that bird has saved you from more antics in the city than I can count. And it's like flashback to like you doing something mildly naughty and then my tiny owl just like popping out of nowhere and being like, whoo! And just like out of cookie jars or behind a shelf or like out of a chamber pot.
Wearing 4 pairs of underpants.
Yeah, wearing 4 pairs of flash even further back to when you're a toddler and you're trying to put on 4 pairs of underpants and Saberbeak's like, whoo! Popping out of the underwear drawer.
You annoying
Saberbeak's
brat.
also just like, especially when you're that small, Saberbeak just reaches down and keeps like redirecting you about to crawl off like an edge because like you somehow got rid of the baby proofing. And he just gently steers you away from the edge you're about to crawl off of.
But he's also so small. It's just the smallest.
he is small, but he's freakishly strong, like Team Force strong when he needs to be.
Yeah, it's a fun dynamic. Like the energy is very much Peregrine is Morticia Adams and Saberbeak is Gomez.
Saberbeak's going to fly off to go deliver the note. And I think Doug is getting the signal that he wants Saberbeak to like just like, he's like feeding Saberbeak so you have a couple minutes without the bird chiming in.
Yes. Now, what can I do to help you I suppose. Do you need money? Are you hungry? You look thin. Have you eaten? I immediately reach down into like one of my one of my filing drawers and I start taking out like snacks, like the kinds that you would feed a child. There's just like fruit gummies and then like sandwiches and like juice boxes. I'm like, I remember your favorite. I still have it here.
Cereal.
Yes, there's cereal.
Yeah, just a Ziploc bag full of dry Cheerios.
There's just a Ziploc bag of dry Cheerios. It's been there for a while.
I feel like all of these snacks have been here since Shrike was the age that one would give those to.
Yeah.
The Cheerios have actually been pretty picked through because of Saber Beach.
Yeah, it's just like half broken like Cheerios. He only eats the whole ones. The broken ones he leaves in the bag, so it's just a bunch of half moons.
And I could just see like there's a hole in the bag that you don't notice until you pick it up.
I pick the bag up and I'm like, and I see like a few of the like cereal pieces fall. I'm like, all right. I think I've got. Do you like fig bars? I remember you like fig bars. Yes, fig bar. Is anyone here?
Mother, we have business. Very important, very urgent business.
All right.
I believe my companions, we've been sent by the Queen.
Oh, the Queen. I put I like take all the snacks off of the table and put it into like a basket and just like leave it on the desk for you to take with you, like a little lunch bag. The Queen.
Some background for you, Michelle. The Queen was recently crowned to replace her aged father about a week ago, and it's been big news that like someone like tried doing a large-scale assault and assassination at the coronation.
Well, I see she has wasted no time in getting to business, but I suppose when you are at the risk of dying any day, you might as well get everything you can done as fast as you can. Right, well, what can I do for our new Queen?
Above the table with somebody with better charisma and who actually knows what's going on, maybe take over.
I think the whole time, as soon as the treats came out, Ursula just started staring at them and it's been just kind of like drooling a little bit in the background.
Just staring at this basket on the end of my giant
just kind of like staring at this bed. Like she watched you pick them all up and she was gonna start whining because she thought you were gonna put them away, and then you put them in a basket, so she was like just staring at the basket. Staring.
I think Sprint flies up and gets you a fig bar.
Are you hungry?
Hungry? Why wait?
I do believe
stalest fig bars ever.
She doesn't care.
That's fine.
Eats the whole thing, wrapper and all, because no opposable thumbs. But slowly you start to see Ursula, no longer deprived of food, now starting to go back to her usual self and her usual size.
I believe my companion, Kahani, knows better. I am just a guard.
I guess I'm not surprised. All right. You tell me what is going on.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, First Talon. The first thing I know we have to do is deliver to you a cookbook. I don't know anything about this, and I don't remember who's holding it right now. But somebody here has to give you a cookbook.
So Ursula hears this, and she's kind of like putting herself back together, and she's like, "Oh, right, book, quill, right." So she reaches into her bag and she kind of fishes around for it. She fishes around and she pulls out one book. Nope, that's not it. Reaches in, she pulls out. She reaches. Nope, not that one. And then as she kind of has her hand in there, she feels the lock on the outside of the book. She's like, okay, it's this one. So she pulls that one out, and then she's holding it. She kind of gets she gets mesmerized a little bit as she's staring at it again.
Ursula, roll to defy with wisdom as you hear the book whisper to you, "You want to open me? Want to learn the secrets?"
With wisdom?
Yep.
That is an 8.
With an 8, you very suddenly. I think you have the urge, but you shove it down. That's a partial success.
Okay, yeah. So she's staring at the book. She's staring at the book, and then she kind of she reaches for the key that she has because she's like, oh, this might fit the book, and then she kind of this is the book, and she kind of holds it up.
And Peregrine, what you see is this large, leather-bound tome with a gothic iron lock holding it shut. There seems wisps of purple smoke coming off. This thing is eminently and visibly evil.
I look at it and I open up another drawer and I take out, archival. I take out archival white gloves and I put them on, like I'm in a conservation room. And I reach out and I say, well, go ahead and put it on the desk and I'll take a look. That looks quite pernicious. What have you all been up to? So
this is gonna sound crazy, but I think the book is whispering.
This is not uncommon for evil books.
Okay. That's the first time I've ever had I talk to books all the time, but this is the first time I've had a book talk back. So
that's fine. We had an atlas once who just could not stop talking about oceans, and it was a really, really hard time. So this is not uncommon.
I'll say, Peregrine, because you are handling the book with protective gloves meant to handle evil books, you do not have to roll to resist its charms.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm just what would a bunch of librarian soldiers who have to handle army have to handle spelled stuff on you probably want archival gloves. Don't want to get your hand oils on it. Or it on you. So I take the book and I examine it and I look at Kalani. I'm like, this is a cookbook?
That's what we were told. At least that's as far as I know, personally.
Right.
You were the person we needed to give it to.
And you want to give this to me for cooking?
Not at all. We believe you're the best person to handle it, I suppose.
Well,
it is very well known that we are more equipped to contain such texts.
You would like me to contain it.
Yeah, we were told it's very dangerous and that it couldn't be on the ship where we found it, so we needed to take it somewhere and that you were probably the safest place for it.
Right. Well, given what you have, and I just sort of wave my hand over the book to dissipate some of the purple smoke that just keeps coming out. Well, I see. This is not a bad idea. Saberbeak, come!
Yeah! Oh god, that thing's terrifying!
Yes, it is somewhat upsetting. Yes, calm yourself. I need you to go and tell Douglas to bring me Tupperware number 25. I think that should fit this.
25, you got it! It flutters. Here.
Is that his cry? It's just yeah.
I like how the Brooklyn accent disappeared when he got excited.
Hey, accents are hard, okay?
This is true.
I wouldn't know that, Paul.
I know. I'm not saying that because I think you don't know it. I'm just saying that's why I struggle. Everyone in Arkansas and apparently Peregrine, who also can speak owl, he just hears a series of hoots and Douglas going like he's writing things down. You get the impression that Douglas has worked out a Morse code system with Saberbeak. So okay, number 25, got it.
It's like semaphore but with wings.
You have the desk.
It's just semaphore but with different wings.
There we go. and Doug goes to get the Tupperware and leaves Saberbeak in charge of the reception desk.
You just hear irate hooting. Right, well, while we are waiting, I continue to waft away some of this purple smoke. So, is there anything else you would like to do that you're in town? I mean, I haven't heard from you in a while. Shrike? You don't write. You don't send anything. But
I have been busy.
Yes, this is what they always say. Well, you're here. I suppose that says something. And who are you, little hungry bear person?
Thank you, Ms. Quill, ma'am. I am Ursula. I am one of the clerics, actually, here. I've been in the capital for the last... I don't even know how long at this point.
Oh, a cleric! What a nice... See, I really wanted Shrike to end up becoming either a cleric, or a barrister, or perhaps an artificer. But, yeah, her talents seem to be elsewhere, and I've been told that it's just, how this new generation shall be.
But she's a mighty fine sheriff, I tell you what.
Alright, well, I suppose it's nice to have some people think well of you. Shrike.
We all think
I am
well
so
of
enjoying
her.
being... I am so enjoying being a terrible mother.
I'm also enjoying having someone to go against.
Oh, yes.
I'll have you know, I have many people think well of me. I know you never did. But it's fine. We will be out of your hair shortly. We are looking for a book about the Worm Slayer. Worm Slayer?
Worm Slayer.
Yeah. Worm Slayer. Have you knowledge of that in the card catalog?
Lark's gonna pipe up like, "Oh, that's gonna be that'd be categorized under." He thinks for a second. Mythic and legendary artifacts. I'll go get that.
I will join you. And Shrike is gonna walk off with him. I leave you in the hands of my very capable companions.
Yes, you leave me. Again.
Are you gonna take our Kansas with you then? Your very capable companions. Are you taking our Kansas with you then?
You are.
Shrike's gonna think for a second and just walk out.
Where are you going?
Well, in that case, can I get you anything to eat, or where are you? Do you have a place to stay while you're in town? I do know a few good places. I'm sure you probably know a few places too, Ursa, but it is so nice that Shrike has companions that can set her on the right path, perhaps.
This bitch.
Britt comes up and pulls behind his sleeve. The ley lines. We need to ask her about.
We do, you're right.
Protect the city.
You're right. Unfortunately, First Talon, I still have a few other things I need to ask you about. Or rather, let you know about the real reason that we are here.
So, the attempt on the Queen's life was led by a group we now know is called the Dream Police. It's covertly led by Duke Stark and his 5 sons. We learned that his sons are secretly adult dragons. But keep in mind, we're keeping this news about the Duke and the dragons very confidential so they don't become aware that they have been discovered by us. What we now know is that the Duke stole a holy symbol of a draconic god, and he's now planning on using it with power from the ley lines to bestow godhood upon himself. Owl City is one of the points where the ley lines intersect and must be defended from the Dream Police as a top priority.
I see. So as you're disclosing all of this, I definitely warm up. So I actually bring out a tea set and I start making everyone tea, and there's I bring out the biscuits, the biscuit tin that actually has biscuits in it. Give it to people. Oh, that's fascinating.
Of note, the places the ley lines intersect, of which there are 5, are the places they are targeting, and one of the places is Owl City. specifically the ley line under the Tree of Knowledge.
I stir my spoon in my cup thoughtfully as I am being told all of this. And as you tell me about the Dream Police, I say, "Ah, I see. Well, luckily, we have many resources here at the Quill that should be more than capable of handling such an interesting foe. But oh dear, you spilled just a little bit. Allow me," and I just sort of I take a napkin and I dabble on it, like sure, just like a mop. Yeah. Go ahead.
We died.
Yes.
Oh, that happens sometimes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We met like all the gods. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Well, not all of them.
Like a handful.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the journeys of the journeys of Banataxa, who was a great cleric as well, great cleric barbarian who ended up venturing with her party and ended up meeting the gods, and then actually murdering a couple of them. But that's another story for another time.
Well, we didn't murder any. The big cat guy was like, I'm sorry, Peregrine, was really cool.
Don't take his concept in vain. You actually hear our clock stop ticking for 3 seconds. And
sorry. Peregrine was actually really cool, and like he brought us back to a few seconds before we died. Actually, I guess the night before we died. It was a lot.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know how. We never sat down and talked about that, did we? Like,
oh, it sounds like you're going through a lot of trauma.
Is everyone okay?
Yes, I actually have a background in developmental psychology, so if you'd like to talk about this, I'm more than happy to chat about such things.
Yeah. My dentist ended up stealing and kidnapping my grandma.
Oh my goodness, that is terrifying.
It's been traumatizing.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, it made me tear up like my heart exploded in my chest.
Oh, that is definitely not optimal. I am sorry to hear that. And another admin comes in with a tray of basically those tiered plates of sandwiches and scones. We're basically just having afternoon tea.
Before Shrike comes back in, both of my pugs are one's laying on your lap, the other one's laying by your feet.
I'll say, at some point, Doug does return with the storage container for the book.
It is a 1960s looking Tupperware. It's a vintage Tupperware with daisies on the outside. It's yellow.
Oh my god.
It has the audible
yeah, no, it does have the pop sound when you so it is the right size, but if you do look at the daisy design closely, it is kind of runes and other things that would actually make it a suitable container to place a cursed item in, and but it's also really good at keeping food very fresh, which is always useful.
Spoiled food is in its own way a cursed item. So.
That is true. You open it, it's just it's fuzziness and darkness. Not unlike this book. And so I open it up, you hear the little pop, and then with my gloves, I put my gloves back on, very carefully place the book inside the yellow vintage looking Tupperware and close it. And as I close it, you see the daisy designs light up a little bit, just kind of like a little laser light, just sort of shoot across the designs on the outside of the container. And then the lid glows, and all right, this is locked now. Thank you very much, Douglas. Can you please put this in Vault 49, and that will do, I think. It should be
Vault
with
49, yes, ma'am.
Yes, next to the other the questionable culinary tomes.
Oh, yes, that one.
Yes. If you put it next to
we have a lot by that one lady. I think her name was Paula Dean.
Yes. If you put that one right there, and then there's also next to the Guide to Demonic Cheeses, I think that would probably work.
And I feel like there's a completely normal cookbook that's put in with those. It's just like cooking with kale.
It's just 105 ways of of cooking kale. And there's just a very like Gwyneth Paltrow looking woman on the front holding kale and like a green juice.
That was good.
And Shrike, you actually watch as Doug walks by with the very large Tupperware of Medieval book as Lark is walked you to the section of the card catalog that has the information. And he's flipping through it. There it is. It's a pretty decent hike away from here. That section's over by the pen and sword.
Good. I am in need of a walk.
Let's go. You want to get your friends first, or?
There is a lot to share. You have your Rocky Talkie, correct?
Of course. Standard issue.
I assume you are able to contact Douglas.
He looks at Doug, who just walked by, like, yeah, I guess I can call him later.
Very well. You may, once we've reached our destination, you may call him and give him a message for my companions if they finish before us.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go. You two embark. Back in Peregrine's office, just to bridge things, I think the important thing of note here is at some point you guys are supposed to ask about getting audience with the Duchess of the Fleetwood, Juniper Stillwater.
Oh, yeah.
She is away. Yeah, if you want to cover that part, I think that's the last part of the notes I have. I need to progress the story.
Oh, absolutely. So at this point, and I don't want to speak for everybody else's characters, but I think, like, we've all warmed to each other. We've been talking about our feelings and, like, you know, me as being a single mother and how that was really difficult. But, you know, in my own way, you know, it's like, like, I understand Shrike has her own path, and I just wanted different decisions and a different life. But it's fine. You know, it's fine. It's not fine. It's fine. But, you know, I hearing all of your stories, I'm just so grateful that all of you have come together to support my child in ways that I never could. And if you tell anyone that I told you this, I will have Saberbeak find you in the night and murder you.
He is one angry bird. I wouldn't mess with him.
He is a very angry bird. When I found him, someone had dyed him red. And it suited him strangely, but, you know, now it wore off. Anyway, how else can I help you here? And, would you like another, do you have enough food? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry?
Thank you.
You look cold. Would you like a sweater? I have extra sweaters in my filing cabinet.
You see Ursula kind of like lean back, collapse in her chair, and she's got like the comically large, like bloated stomach. 'Cause she's been just snacking on food this entire time. She's like, oh, like toothpick in mouth. She's like, I couldn't eat another bite.
No, thank you very much for your hospitality. However, I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you for a favor.
Oh, anything. You're such nice friends for my child.
Very kind of you to say. We need an audience with. What did you call the leader?
Duchess.
Duchess.
With the Duchess Juniper Stillwater.
Ah, well, that is not a problem. You requesting an audience is not a problem. The actual problem is that Duchess Juniper had some urgent business to attend to by the Lady of Shadows. It has not yet returned. She usually sends me a bird or two when she has. But I do have a few people looking out for her. How soon do you need to speak with her? I mean, you're welcome to stay here. I have a few very comfortable bean bags.
How long should she be away?
It is. I mean, the Lady of Shadows is not anyone's. Business is not up to the Duchess, it's up to the Lady of Shadows, so I certainly cannot comment on how long such an esteemed figure would want to keep her.
There's also going to be a time dilation between the Umberwood and the Fleetwood, so could be an hour, could be 2 years.
Wait, so when you say the Lady of Shadows, she's referring specifically to Rook, right?
Yes, that is what Rook's title is in the godly pantheon. You don't usually refer to a god casually by their immortal name.
Yeah. So I think Ursula's gonna kind of turn to Kahani and be like, I mean, we have to go there anyway.
Exactly. At least we know where she is. We might have to go follow her.
And she said that we could. And she said we can just show up whenever.
Right. We did meet her.
We did.
Well, in that case, let me make you a map. And so I stand up, I walk over to a shelf, I take out a large atlas, and I open it to a map of the area and the surrounding, the Owl City and the surrounding like land. And then I take a piece of vellum and I just kind of place it over the map, and then just sort of put a little bit of like sprinkle something on it. And then the paper glows just for a moment. You see tracing, and then I pull it back, and it is essentially a map. It is a copy of the map. We don't do Xerox here.
I'll say this. Peregrine, your walkie-talkie vibrates. You have a text message from Fleetwood Mac. Yes. It's a smart walkie-talkie. Fleetwood Mac, the Lord of the Feywood, notifies you he's been briefed about the arrival of the Queen's champions, and when they are ready to depart Owl City, he is volunteering to personally escort them to the nearest Fey mushroom circle to go to the Umberwood.
So my walkie-talkie looks like a pager, like from the 90s.
So you have to like scroll
I'm
three
scrolling,
words at a time.
I'm scrolling. Just classic older mom energy. Just like, hold up just a second. You keep it. And oh wow, you know Fleetwood Mac. He just I got like a little buzzer from him saying he'd like to escort you to the to Savage Garden.
I will say Mac used like 3 frowny face emojis. You get the impression he was asked to do this and not that he wants to do this.
I don't disclose that.
No, just for you in the audience.
That's why I say it in like a question, like it seems like he would like to escort you to the Savage Garden, to this Well, how is that something you're comfortable with?
Honestly, I think it's a fabulous option.
Right. Well, whenever you are...
It would definitely save us on travel time.
Right. So, here's what I will do. Let me just page him back real quick. And so, like, cue to me trying to, like, but, like, and how do they get in touch with you? This sounds good to them. Smiley face. Exclamation points, because I'm that kind of person. Yeah, so just like how do I'm just asking how do they get in touch with Fleetwood Mac once they're ready to go?
He sends back a really pretentious message like, I am the Fey Lord of the entire Fleetwood. The trees are my ears, the leaves are my eyes, etc. I will know when they're ready. Basically, it came to I'll find them.
All right, so I just kind of like again I scroll through on my pager, and
this guy has no idea what a character limit is.
And I look at everyone and I'm just like, I think you need to talk to a tree when you're ready to go. Like any tree or a hedge or a bush. Maybe, I don't, he doesn't seem like he likes flowers, so I think you need to find like a shrubbery or something and you talk to him and then he'll come get you.
A shrubbery?
A shrubbery, yes.
Really, any flora will do. Actually, I'm going to clarify, any native flora, he only has power over flora native to the Fleetwood. So if there's an invasive species, it's not going to work.
So, yeah, I disclose that I'm like, well, if there's anything else I can help you with, or at some point I assume my child will return with whatever it is that she was looking for.
How much time has passed?
Yeah, so you guys have been away for a while. At this point, Doug comes in, I have an update from Officer Shrike. She's going to find the book. Lark said that he's with her. He's being kind of sketchy about where they are for the book. I can go look up the card catalog number if you want.
Yes, please.
I don't. Sorry, I don't think we would be. I want
No,
everyone
Lark
else
is
to be able
not
to join me.
No, that's fine. No, I think Lark is being ambiguous because he doesn't want Doug to tell your mother.
I mean, at this point, she just knows that mother's gonna find out at some point anyway.
Okay. They're over in that part of town. They're by the he looks at his he names the street intersection, and it's 2 blocks from the Pen and Sword Fight Club. It's like a lower. It's like a respectable establishment, but the same way any low class. It's like a dive bar where people have fights, right? So.
That's what is this? It's like where the creatives like to go.
I mean, it is a book about a sword, so I guess it makes sense to be by there.
Yes, well, if that is where they need to go, then that is where they need to go, but, sorry, Shrike, are you coming back, or is this are you just I'm done with my mother, and we're not talking again? It'll be another decade before you come back.
for right now, definitely, Shrike is escaping.
I think that you all embark to find Shrike outside of the Pen and Sword. Michelle, if you'd like to join us for that next time, you may. But if you'd like Peregrine to just exit out until a more relevant time for appear in the plot, that's also fine.
I think before you go though, I do send you off with hampers, straight up picnic hampers. And there's a knit scarf in there too.
Lovely.
And before I go, before everything goes, Saberbeak does fly over to Shrike and just says well, it's good seeing you, kid, and nuzzles you affectionately.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, Shrike. Nuzzle, she's yours. Woot woot.
But yeah.
Yes, I've missed you too. I just couldn't let my mother see.
He looks expectantly for a treat.
Shrike will reach into her pocket and pull out I was gonna say dried fruit, or not even. No, it's owls. Owls are carnivorous, right?
Just say it. You know you're gonna say it.
Carnivorous,
Pocket bacon.
Yes.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
The bird just horks it down in the way that owls do.
Yes, he just tilts his head back and swallows an entire strip of dried bacon whole.
I would have crumbled it up. You said the thing's tiny. I'm not gonna choke it.
No, I was going for comedic effect. Yes, you would have crumbled this.
I'm an animal lover. I'm not gonna do anything to harm.
No. I was thinking him cartoonishly. Okay. I was thinking cartoonish. That's different. He would have been fine. The cartoonish version is fine. So Saberbeak departs back to Peregrine.
Oh, before Saberbeak does leave, I think Saberbeak does say she does love you. I think it's important you know that.
And because Shrike does not speak owl, Arkansas, who is arriving, is Saberbeak's hey, tell her mother loves her in her own way. Tell her right now, or I'll peck you in the eye.
And just a second. I keep wanting to do a Brooklyn accent for some reason.
Tone matching.
I'm just shit.
I think it's called code switching when you want to instinctively copy someone else's intonation of voice.
I keep on wanting to say the big beak over here. It's just QQ. That desperado keeps on just says your mother loves you, all right? You just gotta believe it.
I will believe it when I see it. So far, our association has been business-like.
Well, she wanted to give you one of these here picnic hampers as a token of motherhood.
Mother.
This one's yours.
There's
She'll just.
Yeah, there's
Our
another
kids have
scarf
no
in there.
idea.
There's like so many scarves that your mother has knit you. And they're not well knit. But they keep you warm.
I like to think that it was like Douglas was the one knitting them.
I think what happens is like she starts the project, because as a knitter, like you start a project and it's like very regimented and perfect up to a point, and then she hands it over to Douglas, who can't knit for shit, and then it's all lumpy and sad.
I like that.
Stitches are dropped and then like you bring them back and it's just like it's a mess. But it keeps you warm.
So it's like it's like this wide on one end, it just gets really short,
and then it just kind of like waves a bit. Keeps you warm.
And there's a whole bunch of holes.
I'm wearing them as pants.
But
so you receive these baskets.
Yeah.
And Peregrine's love is passed on via a game of telephone through her owl to Arkansas to Shrike. And Lark finds the book and okay, we got the book, guys. You want to check out this club now? And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Bard Rock Cafe has been a Bard Rock Network production. I am Paul, and I have been your Master of Ceremonies. I run the network socials, so all the socials in the show notes are going to be your best way to find me. My personal stuff's for Magic the Gathering stuff, mostly, so don't follow that.
Hello or goodbye. I am Alana. I have been Shrike. And you can find me here. You can also find me on the YouTube channel in the Space Rock Cafe campaign, as well as under Distaff Productions, where my films will be posted, and Distaff Editing, where all of my other side projects will go, as well as in the Grey Matter podcast. Check that one out. It's a fairly fun show.
All right, thank you for listening, everybody. I am Khadija. I've been playing Kahani. I am not that prolific online. You can find me just one place. That is Blue Sky, my first name.bardrockcafe.com. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This is Tyler. Play Arkansas McGraw. You can find me here on Discord or on Instagram. The handle is Tyler Losey. If you want to talk magic or anime, I'm always up for a good conversation. Thank you.
Hi, I am Ursa, and I have been playing Ursula Ginks. I suggest that you don't find me anywhere. My socials are a mess. But I am here, and I primarily do editing for this show, as well as some other projects here at Bard Rock Cafe.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Have a good night.
Must I really do this twice? Surely one of these new characters can take care of it. I am the god of time. I don't have... Well, I guess I do have... Fine. I've been told the contract says I need to do this twice an episode. Thank you for listening to Bard Rock Cafe. Your support means so much to us. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Dragon Master Games, and consider purchasing items for your home games from their online storefront. And if you're still on the fence about becoming a network booster, please know that funds from boosters help us pay our artists, editors, and web hosting fees. The more support we get, the more content our network as a whole can produce. So go to Patreon or Ko-fi and become a booster today. Links to all of that can be found in the show notes. Hang on. You've reached Peregrine. I don't care how funny the bit is, I'm not winking in this podcast anymore.